everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Emma, and for those of you that do, it's great to see you back again. Thank you so much for coming back. This is my part 2 of my house tour. Last week I did part 1, which was the downstairs. I didn't do part 1 and part 2 because I've got a massive house. I did part 1 and part 2 because I don't stop talking. And I can't just sort of show you little bits and then move on. I have to give you the backstory to every single little item that I'm showing you. So that's the reason I've had to do it in 2 parts. So it's Friday. Is it Friday? It's Friday. I've had an absolute shitter of a week again. I know I say that every bloody week. Last time you saw me, I think it was last Thursday when I uploaded the video, and then I was, oh God, I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was working Friday, then I was off Saturday, and then I was starting 3 night shifts on Sunday. So for those of you that don't know, I'm a midwife, and I work part-time, but it's 34.5 hours, so it's basically full-time. So on Saturday afternoon, I was literally just about to go into a charity shop because I'm aware that I've not done a charity shop haul for a while, and I was like, I'll have a little mooch round and I'll see what's there. And my husband called me over and said my son had just called. He was at cricket, playing cricket, done something to his finger. I was like, oh, what's he done to his finger? So no, Ben's mum's had a leak, thinks it needs stitches. I was like, oh, for God's sake. So we ended up, I had to abandon my shopping. We had to go to the cricket club. I didn't even have a look at his hand because it was like bandaged up to hell, bleeding. I was like, oh, for God's sake, he just caught the ball funny. So we ended up going to like a minor injuries place, which in fairness was absolutely fantastic, and we were seen in 20 minutes. Got it sorted. And then he was like, well, you can drop me back off at the cricket. I said, I'm not dropping you back off at the cricket. Yeah. Well, I'd like to go and just watch. And I said, you're not going play, are you? Of course I'm not going play. Sounds like bandaged up like this. But I could still bat. I said, Isaac, you can't bat. I said, you've just had bloody things. What? He didn't have stitches, but he had to have like it's all steri-stripped and dressed. It was massive. I said, Isaac, you cannot bat. Oh well, just in case like they need a last batter to go in and just face 2 balls or something. I have no idea what he's talking about because I don't get cricket. So then I was like, oh, whatever. So I dropped him off at the cricket, and then we came home, and then about an hour later, my husband went back down just for watch. He phones me, yeah, he's batting. I was like, I don't believe it. So he comes home, saying he was supposed to have been going straight out, and he said, I'm going to have to come home, you're going to have to redress my finger. So, honest to God, we may as well have not bothered going to the out of hours place or whatever it was called, because I had to do it all again anyway. I said, Isaac, I could murder you. So that was Saturday. And then Sunday, got up Sunday morning, walked in the kitchen, and I was like, what's that bloody noise? I could hear it. Thought, oh my God, we've had over the years a bit of a nightmare with birds getting into the house. But they've all got in through vents in the loft, and since we've had the loft converted, we don't get them anymore. But believe me, you know, I've been dive bombed by quite a few birds in my living room, let me tell you, and I've properly got a proper little fear of them now. So I was in the kitchen and I thought, God, the birds are loud this morning, and then I thought, oh my God, there's something in here. And I thought, where the hell is that coming from? And I walked up the corner of the kitchen and I thought, it's coming from the boiler. And I was like having a listen, and I thought, oh my God, there's a bird in the boiler. There's a bird in the boiler. So I went outside to have a look where the hot air escapes from out of the house. And it was dead loud. And I thought, oh my God, it's flown in there. It's flown in through the back of there. But the holes were dead small. It's like grilling, if you know what I mean. Like really small holes. And I thought, how's a bird gone in there? So come wake my husband up. There's a bird in the boiler. It's like, wake up. He's like, there's a, what? In a where? There's a bird in the boiler. You need to come and deal with it. You know how I feel about birds. He's like, well, I don't really like birds either. Well, you're going to have to deal with it. So bloody brought the ladders down, and he hiked up him in his bloody slippers. Oh my God, I thought we're going to end up back in bloody out of hours hospital again in a minute when he falls off the ladders. So he's unscrewing the vent off the wall, going, if a bloody bird flies out of here, I'm going to shit myself. Anyway, so he took the vent off. He sort of took it off and moved it to the side, and they went like that in case anything flew out. Nothing flew out, but it was dead loud. And nothing flew out all day, and it was there all day, the noise. And in the end, my husband reckons, I think it was in the boiler, but my husband reckons it was like in the guttering above, and the sound was travelling down. Whatever. I reckon it was in the boiler, and I reckon it's come out at some point, but oh my God. So that was like Sunday, basically taken up staring at this vent waiting for a bird to fly out. That never happened. And then I had to go work and do 3 nights, and I was thinking, well, what if the bird flies in the house at night, and what if I get in the morning, there's a bloody bird in the house. Oh God. So then I worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night, and then I wasn't supposed to sleep on Wednesday. I was supposed to like keep it together, come home, and we came home and went for a walk, and I did a little run. And it was only a little run, and then I vegetated on the sofa really all day, and I just was in and out of sleep, in and out of consciousness really. It was horrible. And then I was back in work yesterday. I had to do a long day yesterday, and I was sitting at the computer at one point, and you're like, oh my God. But yesterday afternoon realised my husband left his job in March 2018. But he launched his own business in May 2018. So we realised yesterday that it was a year. It was May the 16th that he launched his business. So we realised that at some point yesterday afternoon. And I was like, oh God, I can't believe it. And he said, we'll have to celebrate. And I was like, I thought straight while the iron's off, like, can we have a Chinese takeaway tonight? Because I really don't want to cook. And he's like, oh yeah, all right then. So I ended up picking that up on my way home, come home and had a massive bloody Chinese takeaway, then went bed going, bleh. And then I've got up this morning and I've blitzed the house, because nothing makes you clean your house like knowing you go and do a YouTube bloody come walk around my house with me. So that is where we're at. So bet you're glad you tuned into this video. So I'm going to take you around the house. I'm currently sitting on my stairs. So like I said to you, it was probably about 5 years ago, we had our loft converted. We moved house into this house when my son was 9 months old. We lived in a 1-bedroomed apartment on this complex, a 1-bedroomed apartment when he was born. And so he was in our room for 9 months, and then we bought this house, which was 2-bedroomed. So he had his own bedroom, not that he ever slept in it until he was 8. But that's a whole other video. So if your children are still sleeping with you, don't worry about it, because they will eventually go into their own beds. They won't still be in your room when they're 17. So we had the loft converted probably when... Oh, no. So we moved here, and so we had 2 bedrooms. So Isaac was 9 months old. And then we were like, absolutely, loving it, and just enough space. And then I found out I was pregnant. And it was like, well, we have got a divan bed, so she could go in a drawer, or we're going to have to extend, or we're going to have to move. And I knew the area that we live in, we wouldn't get a 3-bedroom property, the proportions that we've got in this house, for anything like the money that we would have had. So we probably would have ended up really downsizing and having really small rooms. So we ended up going up into the loft, but it meant taking out the spiral staircase and putting in a proper staircase, which I absolutely love, and I'm so glad we did. And if you saw last week's video, you will see that, and there's like a pantry and everything underneath. And then we were able to extend up into the loft, so that my son sleeps in the loft, my daughter's in my old son, my son's old bedroom, and then obviously we're still in the bedroom. So we didn't have the loft converted until Emmy was, I think she was probably about 2. So she was in our room for 2 years. So, and she's still there. She's got a beautiful bedroom. We've got a reward chart, which you'll see in a minute, and she is sleeping in her bed a little bit better. But boy, does she love being in with mum and dad. And the rookie mistake we made was buying a super king size bed. So there's plenty of room. We're like the bloody Waltons, honestly. It's like night, 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 and everybody's just in our room. So without further ado, bloody hell, 10 minutes have been rattling. I'm gonna sup my coffee. This was my flying tiger dragon hidden mug, whatever the place is called, Copenhagen, that I bought, and these were, I think it was £3 for two or something like that. Oh, we love them. We love them. So I'm gonna sup my brew, and then I'll take you round. So I'll see you in a minute. So that's where I've just been sat, just there on that stair. So that's just up the stairs. So we've sort of come halfway up, and then it goes like that. I stained every single bloody one of these spindles. So I'll take you up here. Oh, it's a bit wonky. That's a little jaunty canvas. And then it's a bit dark up here because there's no windows. The first room I'm going to take you into is my bedroom. And this is it. So I'll just pan round for you. And then what I'll do is I'll just walk this way and pan round there for you. So, oh, and then I'll do that because that's our, if I stand up this corner, that's our wardrobe there. So the bed is originally from Benson's for Beds. We've had it, oh God, years. We probably had it for about 8 years, 9 years, something like that. And I absolutely love it. It's super king size. And if I have to sleep in anything that isn't super king size, it really gets on my wick because I'm too close to people. Well, my husband. So I just absolutely love having a super king size bed. So the headboard, let me talk you through. The headboard was originally, well, it was like a velour, obviously, like it is now. But it was beige, and I've covered it with dark grey velvet, which I did last year, which has worked out really well. And basically, any excuse to either get your glue gun out or get your staple gun out. If it's the job that involves either of them two, then I'm there. These cushions are from a charity shop, and they say my favourite place on them, St Ives, so I couldn't leave them there. Absolutely love them. The cushion in the middle there was made by my gorgeous friend Jan. Absolutely love that. This is the throw that I bought in one of my charity shop hauls. Originally a Matalan one, I think I paid £6 for that. And it's great because it fits the entire length of our bed, which is no mean feat because it's so wide. There's little bits and bobs up the corner, just that, I'm going out of focus. The lamps are from Ikea. The vase, the like cranberry glass vase, was from a charity shop. And then I've just got a little candle burner there. Those drawers were, I think, originally my brother's, and then he gave them to my mum and she gave them to me, and I painted them grey. Because they were like a very, very yellowy, orangey pine when I got them. This tray, oh, love that. We picked that up from a little crafts centre a few years ago now. And our guilty pleasure is getting into bed, cup of tea on there, iPad, Netflix. We have literally sat there and binge watched the entire 5 seasons of Line of Duty. Oh my God, who the heck is H? I bloody love it. I can't wait for it to come back. We watched the whole lot in 2 weeks. It was amazing. So anyway, I digress. There's the bedside cabinet was there when we came. So there was those two, there was one either side, and then the wardrobe. So that was all here when we moved in, but we've got rid of one of them because I wanted that chest of drawers instead. The lamps, Ikea, that is a little frame that you saw in one of my charity shop hauls, and inside there, that was some bunting that I've cut up. So it's like fabricy there, and it's a little house with a little bike outside. You see that? It's really, really pretty, like embroidered. So I really, really love that. And then just a little picture on the wall. And then I've got a little picture on that wall, which is little cards that I bought from Whistlefish Gallery in St Ives. And I always buy their cards. I love them. There's the, hello, the window, which is absolutely massive. And as you can tell, I've always said I don't know what to put in this windowsill, and I still don't bloody know. The curtains, it's quite difficult to see actually. I wonder if that's better. So I've got two lots of curtains. I've got these white ones that go into the window, and then it's really hard to see, and then the grey ones that are just a show curtain, so they are only like that and they go right the way down to the floor. The window in this room is absolutely enormous. It's so high, so you need a really, really, really good length on the curtains. Oh, look at that, the bloody window cleaner. Look at that, typical. Isn't that typical? My mirror was from Ikea, absolutely love that. That's the little stool that I stand on whenever I'm doing any try-ons for you. Although I have realised that it's probably easier to do that when I try stuff on than try and teeter on a stool. And today's outfit, charity shop vest, charity shop skirt that you saw, my Converse, necklace that I've had literally about 10 years, and belly sponsored by Too Much Cake and a Chinese takeaway last night. So the chaise longue, I don't even know how you say that, is it chaise longue? That was originally in my son's bedroom when we first did the bedroom, but we moved it all around and he decided that he didn't want it. That has been in every room in this house, trying to decide where to put it. So I've ended up eventually sort of leaving it there, and I've tried to pick the blue up so that it matches. What I'm thinking eventually is to change this bigger curtain, I can't reach it, this bigger curtain for more of a nautical stripe, a grey and a blue stripe and a white stripe, just so that it all sort of ties together really. The picture was bought for me by my gorgeous friend, and if anybody knows, I think it's originally a Laura Ashley print, but if anybody knows where that is, because I'm sure it's a real place, I'd love to go there. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you love? I want to go and I want to sit on that bench and eat fish and chips. The cushions are just a mixture of stuff. That's a Greengate cushion. That is probably the most money I've ever spent on a cushion. It was about £40. I can tell you, I would never, ever, ever, ever spend that on a cushion now. I made that one, and that was from a little charity shop, I think. The newest addition to the bedroom is our duvet, and I just need to talk to you about that. So we have recently taken delivery of our new duvet, and it is a Simba duvet. Oh my God, I should work for them. I should be on commission. I love them. It's the best thing. It's the best investment we've ever made. We've got a Simba mattress, which we've had for about 2 years. And then we've invested in the Simba duvet only because they had a massive, massive discount over Easter. So rather than being 350 quid, which I would never, ever, ever, ever pay for a duvet, it was 99, which is still a lot, but it's got some sort of technology in that's something to do with NASA. So I'm all for that. So that's that, and I just love it, and I'm sleeping so well, too well, in fact, too well. And just before we go into the bathrooms, I just want to make you aware that these are the bathrooms that we're in when we moved in. We have done nothing to them. We are planning next year to sort our bathroom out and have a wet room put in. Whether we keep saying it and it never gets done, but we think financially we're going to be able to sort that out next year. So hopefully. So I just want you to be kind, because these are old bathroom suites. I've got coloured bathroom suites. I know. They've been plucked out of 1983 and dumped ceremoniously into 2019. So I've really tried my best with them. But they're not what I would choose, but they're functional and they're clean and they need tidying up, and they're very tired, but it is what it is. So my dress is hanging on the side of the wardrobe there, the ones that you just can't fit in your wardrobe. So I'm going to turn you around and we'll go into the bathroom. So this is our ensuite. So we're very lucky because we've actually got two bathrooms with 2 baths, which is quite unusual. the carpet, I mean, looking at the carpet here, the carpet was the carpet that was in the house when we moved in. I mean, it has lasted, it stood the test of time, but it is needing to be changed. So over here, just got little bit of seaside by the seashore and a candle, and then that's just a crate that was from Home Bargain, and I just tipped it on its side because I wanted a bit of height up that corner. You know, sometimes you just feel like you need a little bit of height. Do love a seagull on a stick. Mirror that I picked up in a charity shop. You remember that was 50p from car boot sale. The frame that was from the car boot sale, I think that was £1. And that's just got a little, if you lift it up, put it down, if it runs out, replace it, if you miss it, wipe it up, if you are finished, flush it, if it smells, spray it. And then the blind was just a really old roller blind that I've zhuzhed up with some pom-poms, because who doesn't love a pom-pom? And then just up that corner, it's very, very difficult to see. And oh, there you go. Oh, you can see my pom-pom trim now. Well, let me brighten it up a little bit for you. There you go. Oh, it's too bright. Wash, brush, floss, flush. And there's my little seagull, Beach Rules. I said I was going to give that to my friend, but I've kept it for myself. A little plant from Ikea. And then just turning round, a little unit there, that was originally from Ikea with baskets in, that's got all our toiletries and things in. That's all my makeup on the top. Shower curtain was Home Bargain. I've got a little tray along the bath, little mirror, and that is our bathroom. So, you know, there's not a lot to say about it. Ooh, blimey. There we go. There's not a lot to say about it. It's just a bathroom. So that there, my friend gave to me. It's just like a little lifty up box full of rubbish. And then I think I made that myself, but I can't remember. I might have been bought it. I'm sure I made it myself. No, I think it looks too good for one of mine. I think, no, I definitely didn't make that. Barn Star, that was from the range. And then, so this is looking down the stairs. And then if you move along, and then that's looking up the stairs. So that goes up to my son's bedroom, just there. So first of all, I'll take you into the other bathroom actually, which is just here. This is cosy, this bathroom. This has no window. The fan's going to click on now, so do excuse me. But let me show you without the light actually. So it is pretty. It's a really warm room. I mean, it is just a bathroom, do you know what I mean? There's nothing special about it, but you've got to make the best of what you've got, haven't you? And that's what I've got. So that's that bathroom. And then this, look at this, keep out, knock to come in. This is my little girl's room. So here we have her room fit for a princess. So the bed I bought off my friend only last week actually, and that was £30 I paid for that, and we love it. She's always wanted a bed that she could have this with. Up until last week she'd got a day bed from Ikea which had to kind of go up against the wall. So you couldn't really do a great deal with the room, but now we've been able to put the bed in the middle of the room, which is what she really wanted. So she's made up with that. The bedspread, that was from a charity shop. That was probably about £4 or £5, and I've had that for a few years. Bedside table was from Ikea. That was originally my son's, but when he had his room done, we moved everything around. Little lamp, I think that was from Sainsbury's. She got bought that. Cushions, all different bits and bobs really. One was from a charity shop, and then the other two my mum bought for her. And then she's just got, look at that, where we've whipped the wall with the roller for the door. She's got bunting all around the room, and she loves it. Got really high ceilings again, little pictures on the walls. It's just a proper girly room. That desk was from a antique centre. We paid about £45 for the desk and the stool. That is an original Lloyd Loom chair which I got given to me by a lady whose hair I used to do. And then let me show you the curtains. These curtains were from originally from Marks and Spencer's. I got them in a charity shop for about £4, and because I never measure anything because I can't be bothered, when I got them home, when they're drawn, they're a tiny little bit too short. So I added a little pom-pom trim onto them just to give them that extra bit of length. So now when they're down, they fit properly because they were just shy of the windowsill, and I felt that it looked a bit daft. So, and they're lined, and so it's nice and dark in this room. Those tie backs, they were here when we moved into the house. It's literally, there's rooms we've not done anything to at all. Pictures on her wall. That tree was bought for us at Christmas, and she's got all her little different fairies hanging on there, which she loves. That is a cross stitch which my mum did for her a couple of years ago, which again is just gorgeous. Look at that little picture. She drew that of herself. That's a self-portrait. Look at her little toes. And then just some little bits stuck on the wall. Again, this is part of that bunting that I've cut up and she's got on her wall, little bits. There's her reward chart. Oh, look at that. That was like a little set that was stuck on the wall, like a little fairy door, and bloody ripped all the paper off when we took it off. But again, it's just, you know, it's a real home. It's not a show home. So these are all their little things. Imogen's reward chart. So yeah, and then we've got a little toy box there which we're getting rid of, and I want to get her a big chest of drawers here. And then she's just got little cuddly toys on there, and then all their little mermaids on the end of the bed there. And that bookcase, that used to be mine when I was a little girl. That was in my bedroom. So it's quite sweet, really. And she's got quite a few, like all these books down here. They were all mine. All the Enid Blyton and all the Enid Blyton. They're all Enid Blyton. What else is there? Of The Wind in the Willows and The Little Witch. Do you remember me telling you in a video about The Little Witch? This is the book. This is the book, The Little Witch, Fried Prusley. So I'm going to take you upstairs. Oh, that is the blanket box that matches that chair. But I've painted and covered the fabric on that chair. And I haven't done anything to the blanket box. It's just as it was. Look at that. Bag of shite for the charity shop. Isn't there always a pile in everyone's house of stuff to go to the charity shop? They have been there since, I think, January. Oh, and let me just show you that. Wed 2000. That was the number plate on our car when we got married. I knew the guy who owned the wedding cars that we used, and when he'd finished using the car for that year, he gave us the number plate for it. So there you go, Wed 2000, because that's when we were wed. So coming up the stairs, little candle thing, little mirror, and then, you know, who doesn't love a fairy lit wreath? I love these doors. In a heartbeat, I would change all my doors to these, but again, we haven't got the money. So this is going into, oh God, my son's room. So let's come up here and I'll pan you round. And this is my son's room. So he's got a bit of a den going on, really. That is the same sofa as the one we've got downstairs in the kitchen. The, God, what they called? Iktorp sofa from Ikea. And the lamp is an Ikea lamp. The drawers were from a charity shop. Painted that colour already. Lego, because he may be 17, but you're never too old to build a Lego camper van. The TV cabinet I bought off a friend, and he's got our old TV there. And then, you know, when you've got a son who's a musician, it is ridiculous. And he's just got amps and wires and guitar straps, and I find plectrums everywhere. It is just an nightmare. And then I'll turn you around this way. So that's basically his little recording studio. But look, you're never too old to have little monkeys dangling off your door, are you? And then that's his bed. The bedding is Jan Constantine. The bedside table was from Bargain Corner in Ikea. It's like a tin one, and that was about £15. The lamp, the little lamp there, is Ikea. That whole desk was from Ikea. It's basically everything's from Ikea. The desk and the chair were from Ikea. And then we've got the Apple Mac, and that little lamp was from Ikea. And then just in there, I'd love to tell you that that's a beautifully tidy loft, but it really isn't. It looks like a shithole, so I'm not going to open that. That's basically where things go to die in there. So he has recently also had a Simba mattress. Luke, Build-A-Bear from when he was little. He's going to love me for this. He has had a Simba mattress last weekend as well. And he bloody loves it. He told me the other day it's like sleeping on a cloud. The thing here, this rail, because of the dimensions of the room, he wasn't able to have a wardrobe. Well, you could, but you'd have to have something built in, I think. So this is a rail that we got from Home Bargain, and then this came and it had that, and it had all the hangers and things. So it was like a little complete sort of set that we bought. And do you know what? It's perfect for him, and he is dead good, and he does put everything away. He probably needs a shoe rack. But yeah, so, and then he's got a little window there, which I do feel I need to put something on, because the sun shines right in his face in the morning. So but yeah, it's a lovely room, and considering it was a complete and utter shambles of a loft, you know, we've done really well with it. So I'll take you back downstairs. And that completes the tour of my home. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please, please, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I will be back. I'll be back at some point. I'm going to go charity shop shopping tomorrow. I'm working on Sunday, and then I'm off till next Friday. I am going to make that table over in my living room, the one that I said I was going to use the DC Fix on. I'm going to do that this week. And I've got another couple of little projects that I think you might be interested in. So we'll see. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a brilliant weekend, and I will catch up with you really soon. So take care, lots of love, bye.